Good afternoon, Year 4. Welcome to your history lesson. I'm just going to share my screen with you. Okay, if I could ask you to write today's date, which is Tuesday the 22nd. Oh, sorry, it's Tuesday the 23rd. Right? And to write today's learning objective, to explore what the Romans gave us. Well done. Okay, now over the last couple of weeks before our holiday, we were finding out all about the Romans and how they invaded Britain and how Boudicca and the Celtic people felt about it. And we found out because we wrote an amazing leaflet about all the things that the Romans were wanting to offer Britain. Well, today we're going to explore all the things that the Romans gave to Britain, all the things that we use nowadays that came originally from the Romans, because they did some amazing things. In fact, one historian said this, I'm going to read it to you. The Romans were great trendsetters of the ancient world. What they didn't invent, they copied and adapted from others, transporting new ideas across the empire. Their impact can be seen across England from Dover to Hadrian's Wall and beyond, and has had a profound impact on our modern landscape and culture. So basically what this historian is saying is that they set trends. They were really kind of people that came up with brand new, exciting ideas, and they set the trend in the world at the time. And they're also saying that the impact that they had on this country was massive, and that we can still see evidence of them being in this country all the way from Dover up to Hadrian's Wall, which is in the very north of our country. Well, let's look at some evidence today to see if that is true, if we agree with that at all. So let's look first of all at these photographs. I'd like you to pause the video in a moment and I'd like you to write down what you think is shown in each of the pictures. What do these pictures tell us about what the Romans have given us? Pause the video and have a think for each one now. Well done. Now, if you look at picture A, you can see here you've got these interesting bowl-like things. And actually, these are ancient Roman toilets. That's right. The Romans gave us our first toilet system. In fact, they gave us the first running hot water, and they gave us the first, perhaps you can find out what the first of other things a bit later on. Picture B, you can see here that they are cooking something, the Romans. Well, they gave us the very first burgers. That's right, long before McDonald's was invented, the Romans were cooking burgers in this country. In picture C, you can see the outline of a ruin. This is one of the very first towns in this country, a Roman fort that later became a town. And in picture D, you can see there is some writing. That's right, the Romans were the very first people to start writing in this country. And as the year 4, you know that because we've been learning about Roman numerals, they brought their Roman numeral system with them. And here we can see their writing on a stone slab somewhere. On this one, we can see a bit of pottery. It's a bowl, but actually it's this little bit here that I want you to notice. Here we've got a trademark. That's right, this person has made a bowl and they want everyone to know that they made it. So they have put their name at the bottom. They have made a trademark for their work. That was unheard of before the Romans, and it's something that still businesses do today. So of course that's had a massive impact on British life. Now, before we do any more work, I'd like us to stop and watch this BBC bite-sized video. Now, this is not in this video, so you're going to have to pause this video and you're going to have to go onto this website, which is attached in our schedule, and also it is on our Dojo page. So pause this video now and watch this BBC clip of film. Okay, now hopefully you've enjoyed that film and now we're ready to find out some more facts about the Romans and what they gave us. We're going to do some reading together. We're going to read this sheet. Now hopefully you've got this sheet in front of you. You've perhaps printed it out and I'd like us to read together. I'm going to read and I'd like you to follow with your finger as I'm reading to you. The legacy of the Roman Empire. The legacy of the Romans is extremely important. Many things that form part of everyday life were introduced or improved by the Romans. Over the centuries since the collapse of the Roman Empire, Roman ideas, literature, art and architecture have influenced many people around the world. The calendar. The calendar that we use today is roughly the same as the Roman one. They started it. Some of our months are named after Roman gods and rulers. For example, January, the Roman god Janus, March, Roman god Mars, May, the Roman goddess Maia, July, the emperor Julius Caesar, and August, the emperor Augustus Caesar. Cats. The Romans brought cats with them from Egypt. Cats were used to control the population of mice and rats in cities. Anyone who killed a cat was severely punished. They were seen as a sign of good luck. Cement and bricks. The Romans cemented concrete and it was used to build all over the empire. The concrete foundations of the Roman amphitheatre in London were found to be 18 metres thick. They even invented a concrete that could dry out and go hard underwater. Clean water. The Romans always made sure that there was free water available to all people in their towns. They made sure this water was pure and clear. Rich people got it in their houses, poor people from fountains like this one here. Coins. The Romans were the first to introduce coins to Britain. Before the Romans, if you wanted something from another person or trader, you would swap things for what you wanted. Firemen, police and laws. The Romans introduced the police and fire service to Britain. The laws and how we decide what to do with someone, trial by jury, when they are accused of doing something wrong, came originally from the Roman Empire. Glass. The Romans brought glass to Britain, not only for drinking from, but also for windows in important buildings. Before the Romans, windows did not exist in Britain. Libraries. The Romans loved reading and writing of the writing of others. They would have kept scrolls in buildings where people would come and look at them. Many Roman plays still survive today because of their libraries. Roads. Roman roads were straight. This meant that if you got to places faster than on a winding road. Many modern roads are built over the Roman ones. There are 10,000 miles of Roman roads in Britain. Stinging nettles. Believe it or not, these were brought to Britain to make clothes from. They can also be eaten like spinach when cooked. And street cleaners. The Romans paid people to keep the streets clean from things that were thrown into them, including human waste. Ugh. They made sure that the drains were not blocked and that anyone found guilty of throwing waste into the streets was fined. Okay. Now, hopefully you've found that interesting, but you might actually want to go away now and find out some more things that the Romans have brought to this country. What I'd like you to do is to start creating a PowerPoint presentation or a poster of what you consider to be the top 5 most important things that the Romans left behind. You may even think of some that are not included on this reading sheet. This is what you must include in your work. You must include a description of each thing that you have chosen and a reason why you think that thing was so important to life nowadays. Now, because this could take a little bit of time, I'm going to give you longer than one afternoon. I'd like you to have this ready for next Tuesday. So you've got 1 week to complete your PowerPoint presentation or poster. And remember, if you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, you might want to put animations in it to make it move. Maybe you want to record things or add in clips of films. I don't mind. But the most important thing that I'm looking for is that you really describe what you have chosen and you give a really good explanation of why you think it was such an important thing for us nowadays. Okay, I can't wait to see your work, Year 4. And I look forward to seeing you later on.